Hey guys, it's Anna. What is up? I have missed you guys and I've missed making videos, so I'm so excited to be sitting here making another one today. So before I get started with the video, I just want to remind you guys to go follow my Instagram and Twitter because I post on there just about, things with YouTube, but also more of my personal life. Instagram I use a lot more. I do like polls and ask you guys questions and post when I have new videos and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, make sure you guys go follow. Also, go follow my TikTok. I have been on it ever since I got the app. I am literally on it all the time. It's a problem, but I also have been making them and stuff like that. So yeah, I just made one getting ready for this YouTube video. So go check it out, go give it a like, go follow my TikTok. So now getting on to what this video is actually about, as you probably already know kind of what it's about from the title. So I was thinking and I was like, man, I haven't been on my YouTube channel in a long time, and while I have all this time on my hands, I just want to use it to do something I haven't had time to do for a while. So I was like, we're gonna get back into the YouTube channel and I'm so excited about it. But anyway, I was like, before I go back and just go into normal videos that I would do, I kind of wanted to do something with what's going on right now. And it's not going to be hey, here's all the news, here's all the, what you already know, because, everybody already knows most of the news and stuff like that. So it's more going to be, how can we find hope when we hear the news? How can we have hope during this time? I want to try and keep it relatively short, so hopefully it's not too long for you guys. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, feel free, but I hope that you do and stay and hopefully are encouraged by this video. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes right now. So sometimes I just need some notes to keep me, on a schedule. So I have one more thing before I get into this video. Sorry if it's been a long intro, but many of my points that I'll be talking about are related to my faith, and that's because that is something I know is never ever gonna change and is, unshakable, and it's so amazing, it's indescribable, and that is where I find all of my hope and my joy and peace. So that's just what I want to share with even one person out there. That would absolutely make my day. But even just to encourage somebody out there in general, I would absolutely love to do that. So please keep watching. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So obviously you guys know what's happening in the world right now. That's what I'm basically going to be encouraging, hopefully giving someone some inspiration for. The coronavirus is, obviously going around and spreading and making people feel anxious and fearful and all of that. So I am hoping that I can encourage somebody with what I have to say. So the first thing that I want to talk about was something from Chelsea Crockett, or Chelsea Hurst now that she is married. She posted something on Instagram on her Instagram account the other day, and it was just saying to leave your prayer requests or anything that she could be trying to help others with, or anything like that, just leave all of it down in the comment section. I thought that was so cool and so sweet, and something that I really want to do, because I would absolutely love to help anybody in any way that I can, or just pray for anybody in any way that I can. So I just wanted to mention that because, one, I thought it was super cool, and two, because I really would love to do that myself. So I'm going to post a picture on Instagram, and if you guys have any ways that I can pray for you, or pray for your family, or pray for your friends, or pray for literally anyone, anything, please put them in the comment section. And if anybody else wants to go back into the comments and pray for those people too, that would be so amazing, just to get, a prayer circle going, because that's so awesome. So the next thing that I want to talk about was a page from this devotional book that I have. I try and keep up with it every day, so if you guys have something like this, I definitely would recommend pulling it back out if you forgot about it, or getting one, or trying to find one online. I absolutely love just taking a little time out of my day to read one of these. It doesn't even take that long, and it just is such an inspiration. And I came across one page the other day, I think it was 2 days ago, and I wanted to share it because I thought it definitely could apply to, what's going on right now. So here it is. Are there times when you hate your life? That was the case for the Israelites in the desert. We're sick of this food, they complained. We need meat. Really? God has just brought you out of slavery and you're going to complain? Sheesh, what's up with that? From where we stand, it all seems so crazy, doesn't it? Complaining after what God had just done. But have things really changed? After all, isn't complaining about your lot in life, like having a big nose or not being popular, like accusing the God who gives you all that you have of not giving you enough? Did you know that everything that happens to you has to come through God to get to you? Does that make him a tyrant in your eyes? It might if you don't know the big picture. The truth is that God has a purpose for everything in your life, and he promises to work all things together for good. All your aches, pains, and emptiness, he'll use it all for good if you'll do just one thing: trust him. Can you trust that the place where you are in life right now is exactly where you should be? Everything that he gives or takes away is for your benefit. Even if it feels like the exact opposite, don't believe your feelings, but trust him. When you do, you will find a life filled with hope and direction. You won't be wandering in the dark, dry desert, but you'll find your promised land, the place where you can be content no matter what happens. Are you tired of being unhappy? Do you want victory? Then choose it. Choose to trust God and believe that your life is under his control, no matter how lost you feel. You must believe God's word when it says all things work together for the good of those who love God. And I thought that was so cool because I came across it the other day and I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, that could also apply to just hardships in our lives and stuff like that. And I know it's super hard. You know, I've gone through things like just hard situations myself, and it's hard to sometimes just like step away and just remember like God is in control. Like he sees the beginning to the end, and he sees the whole thing, and he has a plan for your life, and all we have to do is trust him and follow him. So I loved that. So I hope that that gives you some encouragement. So the next point that I wanted to say was that we can live by faith and not by fear. And even that, I just love that statement that we can choose to live by faith and not by fear. Not saying that, you know, fearful feelings are going to come along, because that obviously happens to all of us, but we can choose to live by faith and not by fear. So I have 3 verses kind of in that realm. So the first one is John 14:1, and it says, "Don't let your heart be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me." And I just love all 3 of these. They're so good. John 14:27 says, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Don't let your heart be troubled or fearful." And I love that too, because his peace is so indescribable and overwhelming, and like overwhelming of joy, and it's literally so I can't even describe it because it is indescribable. And I just pray that you will experience that. I am praying that you guys all are getting some peace even through all of this, because his peace is the best you will ever get. It is so amazing. And the last one is 2 Timothy 1:7. It says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and sound judgment." I love all 3 of those. I really hope that they encouraged you, because it is straight from God's word, and we know that it is true, and all of it is true. So the next thing I have is from this book called It's Not Supposed to Be This Way by Lysa TerKeurst. I absolutely love this book. I am literally not even close to halfway done with it. I'm only in like chapter 2 or chapter 3, but it is so good and so inspirational, and I absolutely love it. So I highly recommend this book. So this is the part that I read the other day that I came across. I was like, this is perfect. I have to put this in this video. It is so good. So here it is. It says, "We may be afraid of all the disappointment of this broken world, but God isn't afraid. He's aware, so very aware of his ultimate plans and purposes. It isn't to keep us from getting shattered. It's to keep our souls connected, so deeply connected to himself. And let's be honest, if we weren't ever disappointed, we'd settle for the shallow pleasures of this world rather than addressing the spiritual desperation of our souls. We don't think about fixing things until we realize they are broken. And even then, we don't call in the experts until we surrender to the realization we cannot fix things on our own. If our souls never ached with disappointments and disillusionments, we'd never fully admit and submit to our need for God. If we weren't ever shattered, we'd never know the glorious touch of the potter making something glorious out of dust, out of us." I absolutely love that, and I came across it, and I was just like, that is exactly what I feel like we all need to hear right now, that if we weren't ever disappointed, you know, we would just be still like if we were just completely happy all the time and whatever, we would just be so focused on the pleasures of this world and not of what our soul really needs. You know, like we don't, exactly what it's saying, that we don't think about fixing things until they're broken, you know? And I think that's just so inspirational, because, you know, like sometimes when when things are going our way, or when things are great and everything's perfect, we never know what needs fixing. And I just love that. I love that so much, that when things, like we need disappointments to realize that, you know, like what our souls really need and what our souls really ache for and long for. So I love that part from that book. That is so good. the next points that I have on my little notebook here are just like some sayings that I wanted to say. So God doesn't expect us to handle this. He wants us to hand this over to him. So another just inspirational thing, like he isn't at all expecting us to be able to handle this on our own. In fact, he wants us to run to him because he is standing there with open arms and is waiting. I'm tearing up. He's standing there with open arms waiting for you and for all of us, just to hold you tight and to take care of you because he loves you so, so much. And I just love that saying. I just love all of these sayings. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this video to go up. But anyway, so sometimes people will ask me, like, Anna, how are you so, like, happy? And, like, just how are you, just, like, so joyful right now? Which I get upset, I cry, I get anxious, I get all of those things. I'm human, I go through all of those things. But as I'm getting older and as I'm going through more and more things in my life, I'm trying to realize exactly what I'm trying to like say in this video, that we don't have to stay in that place. Like, we have the choice because God has given us the amazing promise that we can, get out of that state and think of spiritual things, think of heavenly things, think of, all of that stuff, rather than what, the disappointments that are here in our world, so that's just like where I get my hope, because my hope is tied to the unchanging promise of God. And that's what's so, so great about a relationship with him, because he says in his word, and he is never changing. His word's never changing. It's still relevant today. It's like it has been, it still is, it still always will be. And I just love it that he promises so many great things to us, and that's really where I get all of my hope and joy, is just knowing that he has got this. He has got this, and he did this all for a reason, and he has a plan. And at the end of the day, I just know that all of my worries don't have to stay in my head. I can take them, push them to the side and focus on God and focus on his promises, and know that he loves me and he loves you. He loves all of us so much. So yeah. So my second to last point is just to focus on what we know and not what we feel. So that's not to say that feelings aren't valid, because they are. They are definitely all valid, and feeling anxious and feeling worryful, feeling happy, feeling sad, feeling frustrated, all of those things are valid, and I would not say just to like push them aside and to just act like you're happy all the time. That's not at all what I'm saying, but I'm just saying to focus on what we know and not what we feel. Because if we're focusing on what we feel, we're feeling all this disappointment and all this sadness, that's where we're going to stay. But I'm saying that because of, the good gift of God, we can come out of that place. We don't have to stay there. We can look at, not saying that you can just easily push it away, because I know that is not the case, but we can focus and shift our focus to just focus it to God. Just know that he has got this under control. He is in control. He is good, and he loves you, and he's going to take care of you. And that's just so like hopeful when you hear that, just knowing that the one who created this earth, the one who is in control, he has got this in his hands, and it is all going to be okay. The last thing that I wanted to say was, I've seen things posted out there from other people, but I also believe this myself, that I really think that this time of separating us from everything that we know, from our usual routine, from the people we usually see, from work, from school, from whatever it is, from putting all of those distractions aside, not that like they're not still there, but like putting, for the most part, like putting, our routine like on pause for a second. I think all of that is really God calling us back to him saying, like, run, like, come to me. I want to see you. I want to know you, because he wants a relationship with you and with all of us. He wants to know you because he loves you so much. He died for you, and he wants to know you, and he wants to be with you all of your days, and he will give you the most amazing joy you've ever experienced in your life. And I really pray that, we do take this time that he's giving us. I really think it's him calling his people home, because he loves his people. So I just wanted to wrap up this video with just things that I suggest, that we do during this time, that you and I, even myself, I've been trying to do these things. So I just wanted to like go over a few things like that. So the first thing is just spending time with God. If that's rebuilding your relationship, if that's worshiping, if that's singing along, if that's starting a devotional, starting to read your Bible, whatever it is, I just pray that you use this time, to worship and to get to know Him, because He is just waiting for you, open arms, and He loves you so, so much and wants to know you so dearly. So yeah, spending time or reconnecting with your family is also something I definitely suggest, because we usually are too busy to do things like that, or keeping up with our friends, over FaceTime or over a text or over call, which I'm so thankful that we have those things to be able to do that when we can't really see that many people like outside of our homes. I'm glad that we have that to be able to do. Go outside. I really have not done this enough because I've been too in the mode of trying to stay focused on school and trying to still get all of that done. But I did take a walk with my mom the other day. I sat outside to read this book the other day. It was just so nice just to get outside and to not, just get some fresh air and just try and relax. So the last thing I really have on here is just to encourage you guys to just stay hopeful and just trust that God is going to work this out, and that He knows what He's doing, and that He is going to make something good out of this, even though that seems hard to even believe. He is, and He promises that in His word. So yeah, so that is about all I have for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that I encourage somebody out there, because that's really the whole point of me making this video, is I just wanted to encourage somebody out there, somebody who needs to hear something of anything that I said, or just needs some inspiration. I just hope that I encourage somebody, because that's really just what I wanted to do and why I made this video. So yeah, I'm really hoping that I can kind of come back into YouTube a little bit, start making more videos in this time that I have. I don't know if I'll be able to upload to a schedule, but hopefully I will be able to make a few more videos in this time, and hopefully, we'll see if I continue. I really hope that I do, because when I sit back down, I just realize how much I love it and how much I miss it. So yeah, I've been thinking of some ideas. I've been thinking of doing cleaning videos of deep cleaning, or my car, or vlog sort of type style videos, or a favorites video, because I just keep finding random things that I love, and I would love to share them because they are game changing. So let me know if you guys like those videos ideas in the comments. Or if you have any video ideas that you want me to do, let me know and leave those in the comments too, because I would love to know. I'd love to know what you guys want to see from me. Also, make sure you guys remember to follow my Instagram and my Twitter and my TikTok. I think that is really it for this video. I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed it and that you got something from it and you take something away from it. Please share it with somebody that you know, somebody that you love, or really just anybody. I hope that I can encourage anybody out there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye guys.